Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the very first segment of Wkctc Live. My name is Mary Beth from the marketing office at Wkctc, and I will be your host today. Today's topic will be summer enrollment, and I have 4 guests today that are going to help answer your questions. I have Trent, Kate, Octavia, and Mark. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we start answering some questions, I do want to let all of you know that you are live with us today. This is not pre-recorded. So if you've got questions for us, please feel free to send those in. I want to have everybody introduce themselves. So Trent, I'm going to start with you.
Okay, sure. My name is Trent Johnson, and I am the Director of Admissions at West Kentucky Community Technical College.
Great. Thanks, Trent. Kate, you're next.
Okay, I'm Kate Sen. I'm the Director of Online Learning at West Kentucky Community and Technical College.
Thanks for joining us, Kate. Mark, you're up.
Yeah, my name's Mark Smith, and I'm the Financial Aid Director at West Kentucky.
Thank you, Mark. And Octavia.
Hello, my name is Octavia Lawrence, and I'm Associate Dean of Student Services here at West Kentucky.
Thanks for having us here, everybody. And we just want to get started, and we're just going to jump right into a first question. This one is for Trent. I am a student at another college. How do I sign up to take a summer class at Wkctc?
Okay, sure. So a lot of students from other colleges are taking classes with us this summer, and it's a very easy process. Students have to complete the admissions application as a non-credential visiting student, and they need to send us an unofficial copy of their transcript, and they send that to our Wkctc enrollment email address. That's our admissions address, and then we will enroll them in classes and send them a schedule and help them get set up with their username and password and make sure that they have everything that they need. It's a pretty simple process.
Great. Thanks, Trent. Okay, so the next question that I've got up is going to be for Octavia. Octavia, how can a student or a potential student reach an advisor?
Sure. So an advisor can be reached both by phone at 534-3216. They can also reach us at the advising office, our email, which is wkctcadvising@kctcs.edu. And we also offer an opportunity for students to do a virtual chat. And that virtual chat is every Tuesday and Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So there are multiple ways to reach out to an advisor.
Great. Okay, Kate, this one is going to be for you. I am new to online classes. Is there help available getting started?
As people start online classes, sometimes they're a little nervous. So we have a lot of tutorials to get you started, even from the beginning of how to get into those classes. And then within the individual courses, there are a lot of tutorials and a lot of guides. If you still feel like you need some help, you can reach out to the online learning department, and we can schedule a one-on-one virtual session to help you walk through any problems.
Great. Thank you, Kate. Okay, it looks like we're getting some chats in from some people watching. Here's a question. How soon will it be before students know when students can apply for student loan for classes that start on Monday, May 18th, 2020? Does anybody want to jump in and answer that one?
Sure, I'll be happy to. Absolutely. Right now, the loan application is online on the financial aid page. It's a paper or it's a fillable form online. It's a request. You do have to have filled out the FAFSA already. Assuming that you've done that, fill out that loan request form and we get it processed.
Great. Thanks, Mark. Here's another question. If you already have a summer schedule, how do you go about getting your financial aid set up? Mark, that one's going to be you too.
And again, so I guess we need to start with filling out the FAFSA. So to make sure that that is filled out for summer school, you need to have the 1920 FAFSA filled out. I want you to remember that the FAFSA is a free application. It's the free application for federal student aid. You should never have to pay a fee to file your FAFSA. you start at www.fafsa.gov. So for summer school, you need the 1920 FAFSA filled out, but while you're there, go ahead and fill out the 2021 FAFSA for classes that start in fall. That's really what you need to do. If you already have a summer schedule, how do you get financial aid set up? So start there, and then it's all about your student self-service and keeping in touch with their student self-service to make sure that it's awarded and you have anything to do. But the FAFSA is the first start. So
Great. Thank you, Mark. Okay, here's another question. This fall, I will be a senior at McCracken County High School and plan on co-oping this fall. Is it possible for me to start classes this summer?
Yeah.
Trent or Octavia?
Yeah, I can take that one. Sure. So there's a lot of different students that take classes, and you can definitely take student classes this summer with us as long as we get all of your admissions documentation in as far as your application and make sure that we have the right test scores for the classes that you're wanting to take. And we can work through the K-12 department and also make sure that you get taken care of. But we can absolutely do that. And if you would like to further that process, just shoot me an email at the admissions email that's running on across the screen at the bottom, and we'll get you started.
Thank you, Trent. And here's another one. I'm a concurrent student. Murray State is my home college. How do I do concurrent classes for summer?
So we kind of discussed this at the beginning, and there is a concurrent enrollment student form that you can fill out through financial aid. But as far as the admissions process, you fill out that application as a visiting student. You can send me an unofficial transcript from your MyGate. Just pull it up and send it to me to email and let me know what classes you want to take, and we can get you scheduled for your summer classes.
Okay. When do classes actually start? I think I heard May 18th. Do I have time to sign up and get in the class if I haven't already done so?
Throughout the summer, we have a number of different start dates. We do have some classes that start on May 18th, but the majority of our classes start on June 8th. So there's start dates throughout the summer, and you have time to sign up.
Thanks, Kate. Here's another question. My sister is going to be a senior and has been talking dual credit classes. Can she take summer classes as well?
And again, that's going to be the similar answer we had earlier, just making sure that you get your admissions application in, and we'll go through the K-12 department to make sure that we have what you need, and we can definitely look at summer classes.
Great. I'm registered for summer classes and have the FAFSA money showing on my financial aid summary. However, I also want to take classes in the fall, but I see no money there for fall, although I filed for my 2021 FAFSA in January. I know that Mark, I think, just got bumped off. Does anybody else feel comfortable answering that question, or do we want to come back to Mark when he gets on?
I would feel more comfortable coming back to Mark.
That's a Mark question.
Okay, we will come back to Mark. Dorothy, stay with us. We will come back to you in just a little bit. Okay, while we're waiting for Mark, let us continue on with a couple of other conversations here. Trent, this one is going to be for you. Can I sign up for summer classes and fall classes at the same time?
Absolutely. Summer and fall registration both opened on March 1st. So I know that people in the admissions office and advising center are working with students. And a lot of our students do make both of those schedules at the same time. It's easier to plan them out academically because sometimes the person might want to take some prerequisites before they take a different class. So we really try to work with students on both schedules at the same time. And so anybody in admissions or advising can work with students and get their summer and fall schedules enrolled.
Thank you, Trent. Octavia, this one is going to be for you. How will my classes transfer?
So in terms of transfer, what we do when you meet with an advisor or admissions counselor is look at what classes come in and how they transfer. And then what we do is we work with the records office to do a transcript evaluation. And once the transcript evaluation is complete, then we can work on making sure that the classes that you take and the classes you've taken that you've gotten credit for those, and we can enroll you in the appropriate courses for fall and for summer. It's actually a pretty simple transaction as long as we have the transcript from the official transcript from your college, and we can evaluate that, and then we go from there. But we work a lot with transfer students, and actually look forward to doing that.
Thanks, Octavia. Sheila says, I have a WKCTC student ID. I was enrolled and passed NAA 100. Will that credit stay with me?
Sheila, yes. If you have passed a class and you have been a student with us before, yes, and that credit will stay with you. Any credit that you've earned in the past will be on your academic record.
Thank you, Octavia. Right now, are we able to sign up for fall classes, or is summer registration the only thing we can sign up for?
Yeah, I'll take that. Absolutely. You can definitely sign up for fall classes right now. Anybody in admissions or advising can help you do that. We've got our email scrolling at the bottom of the screen here, and you can reach out to any of us, and we can definitely help you with fall classes.
Are nursing classes already closed for the fall?
I would need a little further clarification in terms of what nursing classes, but our NAA 100 classes are available, and we do have nursing classes that are open, but they're under selective admission, so those students would have applied to the nursing program. But any of those classes in terms of NAA 100 would be open, and we do have some additional nursing classes available.
And the pre-admission conference that goes along with trying to apply to a nursing program, that is available online.
Yes. And if you go to our homepage, westkentucky.kctcs.edu, and look under the announcements, you can find a link to that pre-admission conference for nursing as well. Welcome back, Mark. So while you were gone, we've had a couple of questions about financial aid. This one's from Dorothy. I'm registered for summer classes and have the FAFSA money showing in my financial aid summary. However, I also want to take classes in the fall, but I see no money there for fall, although I filed my 2021 FAFSA in January. I think you're muted, Mark.
I'll figure it out. But summer financial aid should be going up, and it sounds like it is. Fall shows up as pending at this point in time for some students. Now it's been packaged and the process that's ongoing. Specifically, probably have to look at the student's account and see if there's anything else that's needed. But in your student self-service, make sure there's nothing in your to-do list. And that's really your first step that you're going to look at.
Okay, I also have another FAFSA question. I have filled out the FAFSA, and the tab for loan application informs me that the application is not available at this time. What is my next step?
All right, so the loan application that you need to do is with the school. It's not on your FAFSA. You have to do that again through your student self-service, and it's a federal direct loan that you're going to do. For the fall, for next fall, it's online. For the summer, again, that's a manual application that you can find on our website under the financial aid tab.
Thanks, Mark. I'm just monitoring this chat really quick, try to catch back up to where we were. So tell us, Octavia, about how credits transfer.
Sure. So I see Zoe is wanting to sign up for some classes that transfer to Cincinnati College of Mortuary Science. And so what we would do there, Zoe, is we would work with you to contact Cincinnati College of Mortuary Science to see what classes are needed in order to transfer to that school. And we would work out a plan so that you would take classes and be able to transfer.
Okay, Octavia, and this one's going to be for you as well. How do I get in touch with advising to make sure I'm taking the proper classes? And while you answer that, I am going to put up the information for advising in the ticker below.
Okay, thanks. So both by email and by phone, the WKCTC advising at kctcs.edu and 270-534-3216. And if you call that 3216 number, that is our coordinator, Crystal Boone, and she will be able to get you in contact with an advisor and they can either work with you by phone, they can work with you through email, and they can also work with you virtually. So they're very happy to do that.
Great. Okay, I want to submit a loan request for summer courses, but it only gives me the option to request for the fall through the Student Center.
So again, yeah, that's that summer loan application. It's online under the financial aid tab, and I will let me get that to you so you can put it on the banner too, Mary Beth.
Okay. Okay, who do I need to contact to set up my summer schedule, and how will I do so?
So I'll answer that for both Trent and I. You can contact someone either in admissions, or you can contact someone in the advising center. Both of those personnel would be able to assist you with setting up your summer schedule. Again, that information is scrolling across the bottom. But it's Wkctc enrollment at kctcs.edu. And Trent, you'll got to help me with a number because I don't have that memorized.
It's 270-534-3435, and that goes to Tessa Brown, who is monitoring all the calls that go to our admissions line. So please leave a message for her, and she can get it to any of the admissions advisors or any of the academic advisors. Definitely help them this year. We'll take care of you.
Great. Just monitoring the chat again, trying to catch back up. Will taking summer classes cut me short in the fall?
The way that our classes are arranged, our summer classes are completed before the fall semester begins. So in fact, there will be a slight break between the two classes, or the two sets of classes. So you should be fine.
I think that may be a financial aid question as well.
You're taking that as money because, yeah.
Yes.
So no, it's not. If you're taking out a loan, it could get into your aggregate loan amount that you can take out for the year. But as far as Pell goes, we have year-round Pell. Taking 6 hours in the summer, you're eligible for it, and it's like federal aid's funded the same for fall and spring as it is for summer. So.
Okay, and I have put that financial aid email in the ticker. So if anybody was needing that contact information, that is there. If you failed a class, is it true that you cannot take summer classes?
So that is actually that's a tiered question, because it doesn't necessarily mean you can't take summer classes. It sometimes depends upon whether or not you are placed on suspension because of classes in the past. So it just depends. We would have to look at you individually, but as a general rule, that typically doesn't keep you from taking summer classes if you have failed a class. We would just need to look at your academic status to make sure that you're not in academic suspension. But either way, we would work with you and come up with a plan so that we could look at summer and fall classes.
Thanks, Octavia. I'm supposed to be getting my 2 free years. Will this apply to my summer classes?
So I can answer that question. The community scholarship program, if that's what Ms. Sheila is referring to, will not cover summer classes. It will only cover fall classes that start this fall. And if you have any more questions about the community scholarship program, we can definitely get you to Dr. Lisa Stevenson or Lori Beth Wilson, who's in the K-12 department. We can answer all those questions for you.
Yes, and Lori Beth Wilson I see is in the chat. So Lori Beth, if you wouldn't mind possibly putting in an email or possibly a phone number to help that student, that would be most appreciated. Okay, can you still sign up for summer classes?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And we'd be very glad to help you with that summer enrollment.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. So Mark, for somebody who might just be joining this video, how does somebody go about applying for financial aid from the very start, from the very beginning?
Yeah, so again, and filling out the FAFSA is free. So it's the free application for federal student aid. You should never pay to have that filled out. There's some other websites that do charge a fee, but you go to www.fafsa.gov, and that's where you're going to get started. You're going to make your FSA user ID if it's the very first time. You're going to need your social security number, email address, phone number to confirm all these identities, because that's like your legal signature, if you would. And you're also going to need your parents too, if you're a dependent student, so just out of high school or anything starting out. So social security numbers, and then you're going to need income, your federal income statements for you and your parents for the year, and that's it. So the 2020-2021 FAFSA, that's for fall, is based on your 2018 income, and then the one that's still for summer, that's still open until June 30, is based on your 2017.
Thanks, Mark.
Sure.
Here's a really good question. This will be for Kate. Do I need special software to take online classes?
To jump into online classes, you really don't need any special software. All you need is, of course, a computer and a web browser, something like Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge. Within some of the classes, you may be asked to type up a paper or something of that nature, but we got you covered. As a student with us, you can get up to 5 free copies of Microsoft Office to install on multiple machines. So with online classes, in most cases, you're ready to go right off the bat without any additional software purchases.
Great. Who do I contact if I want to sign up for a summer class?
Trent?
So you can contact either the admissions office or the advising center. Both of those emails and phone numbers are scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. You can just reach out to us and we will walk you through that process of signing up and make sure you're taken care of.
Octavia, this one is for you. I'm not sure about my career goal. What should I do?
Absolutely. So we have both admissions counselors, advisors who are equipped to help you work through that. But we also have a career services specialist. Her name is Marlo Rhodes. And she can work with you on some assessments to help you kind of figure out what your career goal is and what you are thinking about. But we all can talk to you about the programs, the academic programs that we have here at Wkctc, and just looking at classes and what may work best for you. We can do that and certainly work through and help you and counsel you in terms of your career and what it is you want to do. We definitely can look at the job perspectives and things like that in terms of what your region is and what you'd like to do and where you'd like to be. So we love working with students, helping them think about their career goals and getting them in the program that best suits their career goal.
Great. Okay, how much are summer classes at Wkctc?
So summer classes will fall under the tuition for this year, which with the fee is $182 per credit hour. And then you have an online fee of $20 per hour. So if you're taking a basic 3 credit hour course, you're looking at just a little over $600 for the entire class, but that does not include your book. It will include all of your fees though. So that's a pretty good planning tool to use if you're interested in taking some classes with us and then maybe transfer them to another university or college, or getting started this summer on your 2-year degree with us.
Thanks, Trent. So Mark, what kind of financial aid is available for summer specifically?
Yeah, so Pell Grants, which are available based on financial need, are the largest source of grant aid. That and loans is what we're looking at for summer classes for the most part. And it's the same as federal financial aid. Works for the same for summer as it does for the rest of the year. So you need to be taking like 6 program applicable hours. So that means that the hours you're taking need to be applicable to the program of study that you're currently in. That's also important.
Okay.
So,
here's a question from the chat. Do you have any information about how we can order discounted computers for long distance learners that are unemployed due to the pandemic? And I'm not sure if anybody can answer this. Does anybody want to tackle that one?
Yes, we do have information. I don't have it at my fingertips, but if you go ahead and reach out to Online Learning, we would be glad to send that information out to you. What KCTCS has arranged with Dell a special configuration that will support online learning in particular.
Thank you, Kate. Let's see. So Kate, while you're answering questions, here's another one if somebody has just hopped on. What kind of computer do I need for online classes?
A moment ago, I mentioned that KCTCS had set up a deal with Dell for the configuration of computer that you would need. So what is recommended is a Windows machine with at least 4 gigabytes of RAM, suggested to have more like 8, and high-speed internet, along with a webcam and a microphone, and of course speakers, some way to hear. It is possible to take the majority of our classes on a Macintosh, but it is recommended that you have a PC or personal computer. There are also certain aspects of the class that you can access from your phone, but not every part. So it is suggested that you have access to a computer.
Great. Thanks, Kate. Here is a question from the chat. Are all summer classes going to be online?
With the exception of a few classes in allied health, applied technology, and nursing, all of our classes are going to be online.
Okay. When can I take the placement tests that determine which classes to enroll in?
Joshua, actually, we have right now an emergency waiver that because we cannot go to campus to test right now, that we will work with you if you have test scores in the past, but we will certainly also work with you in what's called a co-requisite model. And so that would be that you would have a workshop along with for instance, your English class. So we can work with you to get you enrolled, and we're not currently doing placement testing, so we have other ways to be able to get you to enroll in class. So I would ask that you reach out to an advisor or someone in admissions, and we can help you get started and work with you.
Thanks, Octavia. Just a reminder to everyone watching, we do have a few more preloaded questions that we'll go through. But if you do have any questions for anybody on this panel, now is the time to be typing in those questions, and we'll try to get those answered before we log off of here. Purchasing books online will take how long for delivery with classes starting May 18th?
I mean, I don't know if you mean, Beverly, from purchasing through KCTCS, through our bookstore, or if you're ordering through a third party like Amazon or anything like that. It's just, that's going to depend on shipping. Or you can contact our bookstore if you have questions. Todd Mitchell, he's the bookstore manager, and he can answer any of those questions probably a little better than I can, but it would just depend on where they're coming from as far as your textbooks.
Thanks, Trent. I know that we've got some admins watching this stream as well. Would one of you mind putting up Todd Mitchell's information, the bookstore phone number, and possibly an email so that people can get in contact with the bookstore? That would be fantastic. Octavia, what is the role of an academic advisor?
So we are very fortunate at West Kentucky that every student that is enrolled is a credential seeking student has an academic advisor. And so your academic advisor will help you with things like scheduling, but they will also help you with some of those what we call non-academic barriers. So we have services available to help students so they can help refer you, and they can also just talk to you about life experiences and career goals and things of that nature. So your academic advisor is someone that you'll want to build a relationship with and work with, because while they can help you schedule classes, they can also help you with things like internships and job referrals and letters of recommendation. So building a relationship with an academic advisor is going to be very important while you're enrolled at West Kentucky.
Thanks, Octavia. And here's one that I'm sure is on everybody's mind. Will classes be online in the fall? Kate.
Oh, the wonderful crystal ball. Okay, our goal is to have in-person and online classes this fall. We are planning for multiple scenarios that take care of social distancing, the potential that we might need to go on remote learning again for a short period of time, if situations dictate it. But our plan is to have online and in-person classes this fall. I encourage you to continue to monitor our website and the media to see our current status.
Thanks, Kate. Okay, this will be from Mark. I have filled out the FAFSA. How will I know if any aid has been awarded?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you fill out the FAFSA and put our school code on it, it should be processed, and an award letter should be available to you on your student self-service within about 10 days, or something in your to-do list on your student self-service that requires a little bit more information. So Tyler, if we're not seeing that yet, I'm going to write your name down here and take a look so we can get it answered for you.
And Tyler, let me put the financial aid phone number going across the screen. There you go. Okay, next question from Sam. I have a high school senior that is interested in a class for the summer. Where can I find a list of summer classes?
So I'm going to need some help with this in terms of the list for summer classes. For summer classes, if you're a high school senior, you definitely need to talk to some of our K-12, talk to our K-12 partners, because you will have a list of summer classes, but they will be designated for dual credit students or high school students. So you would need to reach out to them. And in terms of finding a list of our classes in general, we do have a general list available on our website. And Mary Beth, if you can help me with, I'm not sure exactly where that is located on the website, but they can go in and search for classes using our visual schedule builder.
Thanks, Octavia. I have a question here. Do you have a link for more information regarding the discounted computers for online learners? Kate, the link that you just sent me in the chat, is that for the discounted computers or for just a computer in general?
Those are for the discounted computers.
Okay. I'm going to put that in the chat. That should be popping up there right now for you guys to check that out. Lisa Stevenson, can you remind incoming students to check their email they put in the admissions application and not their high school email? Yes, that is good advice. If anybody wants to elaborate on that, that'd be great.
So a lot of our communications currently, since a lot of our offices are working remotely, are dealing with email. So it's very important that if you're looking for a specific email from, say, admissions or advising, you might be trying to get in touch with your advisor. You might be trying to get in touch with admissions about a scholarship or anything like that. Make sure that you're checking your email, personal email daily, because we are sending out a lot of communications through a lot of different forms. So that's a good way for us to get in contact with you, is checking that email.
Thank you, Trent. Aaron says, my FAFSA award has been accepted, but I'm still receiving notices saying I have a bill for my summer courses. How soon will my aid be applied to my bill?
Well, that's a great question. So as long as you see aid is out there as anticipated and you see your bill, summer classes, I guess the main session of summer classes starts in June. We release aid pretty much toward the end of June. I don't have the exact date now, but it's about 3 weeks after classes start for summer. And then at that point in time, your aid will be released to pay your bill. And if there's any residual amount, that's when your refund will go.
Thank you, Mark. So that is all of the questions that I have in the chat right now and all of the questions that we had preloaded. So I think that we're going to wrap up our segment of WKCTC Live for this Thursday. I want to give everybody a reminder that WKCTC is on its summer schedule and we are going to be closed on Fridays throughout the summer. We'll be back with a new segment of WKCTC on Monday at 3 p.m. and our topic will be benefits of WKCTC. So if you'd like to learn more about WKCTC and its benefits, you won't want to miss that. Everyone have a safe weekend and we'll be back on Monday.
See you.